Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is the Anta KT Splash 2. Obviously Klay Thompson is signed with Anta, and Anta is a brand from China, and they've been making some really good shoes as far as quality goes and as far as like best bang for your buck shoe goes. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with the KT Splash line, because I don't know, he has so many lines and it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, he has his low line. This is the Anta KT5 low, which is kind of like his signature shoe, but it's a low version. He has a KT5, and he has some other lines like Shock the Game 4.0. So, and I guess this line is relatively new since it's only its second shoe, or I guess second shoe in his line for the KT Splash, right? And guess how much this shoe is going for? It's going for $82.99 on Famuji, super cheap. And look at what you're getting. Look at this nice ass knit that you're getting with a full length A-flash foam, which is awesome. That's an incredible price for the tech that you're getting. Like for example, the KD 358 is 90 bucks, like around $8 more expensive than this shoe. And like I said in the review, this material is pretty nice, you know, like this flying, but it's nowhere near as nice as this type of knit material. Like this, it's super thin and it feels a little bit cheaper than an actual like knit material. So there's that, and then of course this is a KT5 low, which is 110 bucks. So basically like what, 28, 30 bucks more expensive. And what's really the difference in tech? Nothing really, right? They're using a really nice knit. They're using full length A-flash foam. What makes this shoe nicer in quality than this, right? And then you got the KD13, which is Kevin Durant's signature shoe, his 13th shoe, and it's 150 freaking dollars. The cushioning, I guess they're both using like the company's signature cushioning setups, you know? It's not like it's just EVA or Phylon or whatever. And you know, this is using full length Zoom Stroh, which I think is a little bit nicer than the A-flash foam. It depends, you know, it's subjective. But if you look at the materials are way nicer on this $80 shoe than on this $150 shoe. So right off the bat, like I thought this was a great bang for your buck shoe. But then right when I got it, I was like, yo, this is nice. And this is literally 80 bucks. If you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get started off with the traction. So they're using a weird type of pattern. So you have some circles, you got some little oval shapes, and you have some really thin oval shapes. And I don't really think it's gonna be durable, man. The really thin oval shapes move super easily. And I don't know why they did this, because Anta usually makes really good outsoles, you know, for outdoor use. They make it super durable. Like there's really no problems. I play with this outdoors and there's literally nothing. And there's a little bit of fraying, but that's just what happens on rubber, right? This, I don't know guys. It's looking not durable really at all. And these lines, especially where the ball of your foot is, that's like a high wear area, right? These lines are super thin, and I feel like it's gonna rip off. So I don't know, maybe they're not making this shoe for outdoor specifically. Maybe it's only for an indoor use. I don't know. Like where the circles are here, that's not a high wear area. This right here is, right? And also in the heel. They made this part with the circles, and the circles don't really move like at all, and it seems very durable. So I feel like they should have switched it up here. And it kind of like reminds me of the KT5 a little bit, where it like swirls into kind of like a fingerprint pattern, you know? Here in the forefoot as well as in the heel. So yeah, we'll have to see on durability. But the traction seems really good on my wood floors. And then as far as the cushioning goes, they're using full length A-flash foam. And it feels a little bit different than the KT5, just a tiny bit. I don't know, it feels a little bit more resilient as far as like bounce goes. You know, the KT5 low to me was just a little bit more soft, you know, and not as much bounce, just a little bit more compression and all that. Right now, there's a little bit of compression. It's mostly caged. I don't know why they did this. Like if you look in the heel, the rubber does come up to cage the cushioning setup, so the A-flash foam can't compress as much directly like in the heel. And then of course this plastic piece cages the A-flash foam further on the lateral side, which I guess that's good. You know, you don't want too much compression here on the lateral side. And then on the medial side, it says A-flash foam, and it's literally it's not caged at all. It feels pretty nice. The core feel is good. I wouldn't say it's the best, like hardens, but you know, it's good. And it's feeling really nice. And I would say it's even better than Renew cushioning, you know, and a flash foam in my experience doesn't bottom out as quickly as the KT Tray 58 Renew cushioning setup. And the insole also is not bad. It's not super thick, but I would say it's a little bit thicker than your average like Ortholite insoles. And as far as the materials go, they're using an A web upper. I don't know, that's what they call it. And they call it A because Anta, so it's like Anta web upper, and like A flash foam is like Anta flash foam, you know? Not very creative with the name, I don't think. But it's literally just a knit material, and it's super nice. It's very similar to the KT5 Low in that like there's these ventilation holes like in the toe, and that helps with ventilation, and we'll go through ventilation like ventilation is pretty good. I mean, there is another material like underneath this knit, and most shoes do that, but ventilation seems pretty good, and the material is really thin. I would say it's a little bit, no, it's around the same as the KT5 Low, and it feels very premium, it feels soft, it feels supportive. It's not really that stretchy. I'm sure this material will stretch out over time though. And of course you got some rope laces. As far as the tongue goes, the tongue is slightly padded, not a lot of padding, but it's okay. And it is a half booty upper, you know, the tongue is attached to like a strap on both sides of the shoe, and it kind of keeps the tongue in place so it doesn't move around while you're playing. It gives you a better overall one-to-one fit. As you guys notice, there is a strap. The strap material reminds me a lot of, you know, like the Element 55, you know, that type of material that Nike's been using on a lot of their runners. Super lightweight, very thin material. It is see-through as well. And I also like the wording. Like the quality is very nice. It feels and looks very premium. It's not like printed on or anything. It's actually like this plastic material. And it looks great. You know, it says KT Splash on the right pair, and it says Anta on the left pair. And then outlining everything is just like a really thin plastic material. So when I was tightening the shoe, of course this strap really works well. You know, you can definitely feel this type of strap tightening on your foot because it is kind of like a pulley system. But I did feel it kind of stretching a little bit. You know, it doesn't feel like it's supportive. So hopefully it doesn't like tear or anything because I tightened this strap pretty tight. But it actually does work. But it just worries me that it's just so thin. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, here on the side, on the lateral side, you have this plastic cage, which also, like I said, cages the cushioning on the lateral side. This is where the strap goes. Like the strap goes through this plastic piece, and the last two eyelets go through this plastic piece as well. I don't really think it does a whole lot. You're not really getting any more like ankle support, I would say. It doesn't really tighten more on your ankle here, but I guess it helps keep this in place because it would flap around if it wasn't, or they'd probably have to stitch it down. So it's not as helpful as you would think, but you know, it's there. And then here on the medial side, you have a like synthetic leather piece with an Anta logo stitched on here. And then here in the back, you just got a pull tab. So for $83, this material is incredible. I love it. Why? If Anta can do this for 80 bucks, like seriously, like KD13 with this material, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it feels pretty nice on foot, but you know, come on guys, you know what I'm saying? The fit was incredible for me. I would say it runs a tiny bit long, maybe like half a centimeter to a centimeter. I would have liked it to be a little bit shorter, but other than that, it was okay. And then width-wise, it was good. It felt slightly narrow for me, especially where my pinky toe is. Just like right here, it feels a little bit tight, and it just stays pretty narrow throughout the entire forefoot here. And then as far as the toe space goes, it is snug, so that felt great for me as well. So if you like a snug fit and you have a skinny foot, or actually maybe even a normal sized foot, then you should go true to size. And if you have a wide foot, just watch out, probably go up half a size or maybe even a full size because it is pretty narrow. But then, like I said, I feel like this material will stretch out over time. As far as the support and lockdown goes, I feel like it's going to be okay. There's really no, you know, outrigger or anything, but it is a wide base and you are low to the ground. And then as far as lateral support goes, you have this, I don't know, like Anta shoes do this a lot, where this rubber piece comes out here, basically where your pinky toe is. That helps with lateral containment, as well as, I guess, this caging here in the midfoot and this strap. So I don't think there's going to be any issues for lateral containment. And as far as the weight goes, it feels, I don't know. I feel like A flash foam is not the lightest cushion. And you know, of course, you have the strap and this plastic piece. So I'm guessing like 12, 13 ounces. Not super heavy, but not super light. Yeah, 13.51 ounces. So it's like an ounce heavier than the average weight for my shoes. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like, it doesn't feel cheap light. You know, like some shoes like the Precision 3, you know, you're getting good quality, and 13 ounces isn't a huge deal, I don't think. It just feels more like that sturdy, supportive type of shoe, you know what I'm saying? And then as far as the aesthetics go, this shoe looks great. You know, I like the strap. There's some cool colorways available as well. There's this real all white one with like black accents, kind of like a Joshua Vibes colorway a little bit. There was another alternate kind of colorway of this with like black instead of white. And yeah, Famuji has like 6 or 7 different colorways available, which is pretty dope. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. But yeah, right now my first impressions, I'm very, very impressed actually. And like I keep saying, 80 bucks for this shoe is incredible. Anta's doing a really good job. I feel like they really want to impress people, give consumers a great product for a very low price. You know, they're giving you guys this shoe for 110 bucks, which if it was 150 or 160 bucks, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, you know? But then this, if this was like 150, 160 bucks, I'd be like, that makes sense also, you know what I'm saying? But then it's not, it's 80 bucks. So just right off the bat, it feels great. The quality is there. It's a great looking shoe as well. So just from that, I feel like, you know, I have reason to believe it'll be worth the cop. You know, obviously I don't know on performance yet. I just had it on, walking around in it a little bit. But as far as my first impressions go, I'm very, very impressed. But anyways, again, if you guys want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.